The Conference Board, an American economic organization, came out with their monthly consumer confidence number for the month of March, and it has actually inched up slightly, up to 26.0. The February revised number is 25.3, so at least it's heading in the right direction. One thing that may not help it go in the right direction is the most recent Case-Shiller report on home values in the United States. Home values in 20 major U.S. cities fell at the fastest rate on record in January and are now down a record 19% in the first 12 months ending in January. So this would be all of 08 but 1 month. The Case-Shiller 20-city home price index fell a record 2.8% during January alone, with home values in all 20 cities dropping by at least 1%. Prices in the original 10-city index fell a record 19.4% over the year. Sales of new and existing homes are picking up month over month, and prices may soon increase, but the cross current is whether unemployment will continue to rise, this according to several observers. Prices are now down 29% from the peak that had been reached in mid-2006. Some of the individual dips are pretty much expected. Phoenix during the month of January saw a 5.5% drop on 1 month alone. Some large cities were also experiencing declines: Minneapolis, Chicago, San Francisco, Las Vegas, and Tampa. The smallest declines during January were found in New York City and in Charlotte, North Carolina, where prices dropped just 1.2%. So for the past year, prices are down the most in Phoenix, Las Vegas, and San Francisco, where prices dipped at least 32%. Prices have held up the best in Dallas, Denver, and Cleveland, where prices dropped only about 5% for the whole year. The Japanese Prime Minister is in the air right now, flying from Tokyo to London for the G20 conference, but before he left, he asked the government to draw up a third economic stimulus package. He's going to use financial data indicating that the country is plunging into its worst recession in more than 50 years. Prime Minister Taro Aso announced the plan by saying that Japan is still facing the economic crisis. I instructed the government and ruling party to compile steps to cope with the current economic situation, which will include submission of the extra budget. The Prime Minister did not specify the amount of spending that would be included in the new package, but did say it would be unveiled within 3 weeks. Japanese media predict that the latest stimulus package would aim to create $612 billion worth of demand and 2 million jobs. Of course, the Japanese economy, the world's second largest, has been hit especially hard by the global slowdown. The International Monetary Fund says that the Japanese economy will shrink by 5.8% this year, which is far worse than what's expected for the American economy or for the economies of most European countries. So it's an interesting day. Heathrow Airport will be very busy tonight, this afternoon, and into tomorrow morning. Huge contingents of government and media people will be arriving there, and we'll be following it as closely as we can. It will be a big week for Americans, obviously a big week for the president, but it's always interesting for the country when the president goes overseas for the first visit. So we'll be watching as well. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. If not, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching.